Hey, beautiful people. I'm Mila.
Hey y'all, I'm Monika.
And thanks for joining us.
Hey, how you doing?
I am aligned and balanced.
Okay, so we're ready to, of course, get our party started. Of course, thanks for joining us, family. We appreciate it. We have an exciting show ahead. It is summer vibes. We got a dating and relationship episode ahead, and those are always exciting and juicy and informative. So I'm definitely looking forward to today's conversation. But before we get into all the good stuff, Monica, how was your week?
My week was fabulous, girl. I watched the fireworks from Lake Washington. I jumped into Lake Washington, Lake
Ooh,
Minnetonka. No, but no, I did jump in the water. I was out in the water. Yes, I could swim, y'all. I could swim.
yes, she
Uh,
can.
it was I had a good week. I went walking, got my walk on,
Mhm.
attended a second anniversary summer cocktail soiree for the that is Veronica Very and Hiawatha D at
Okay.
Pacific Place in Seattle. So I was in my white outfit, with my friends, and we had a good old time there. So no, this week has been spectacular, girl. I mean,
Okay. I
I ain't
like
celebrating,
spectacular. Yeah, I love
not
that.
celebrating like the fourth, like the other people celebrate the fourth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, girl. Yeah.
That
I,
don't,
mm-mm.
yeah.
But I mean, I love the way you said spectacular. So, I mean, do you have any good takeaways for the week before we get into this thing?
Yes, find your freedom and whatever it may be.
Okay, so you telling people to get free, Monica. I like I like that. It was the 4th of July week, of course, and for me, I send out lots of prayers and love. There was a lot of people who had, unnecessary violence towards them, which I was like, come on, people, we're outside, we're happy to be outside. Why are we acting ignorant? Let's let love rule. So I guess my takeaway for the week is, of course, love God and love people, but also Monica, because I sent you.
You gotta love yourself before you can love people.
No, you can love God and love people. He'll help you do all that. But what what I was gonna say is miracles still happen every day. Be ready, be ready, be ready. Oh my goodness. And I sent you the photos because everyone who knows Mila knows I love a good receipt. Okay, I don't know. I just I just feel like here is the evidence, here is the proof. I'm not going to, have any fantasy stories. If I'm bringing something to you, I have a receipt on it, and this receipt was glorious. It just was awe-inspiring. It was clearly a miracle, the kind that if I was Catholic, it would be under investigation for like sainthood or something really dramatic.
Well, girl, you got it ready for your documentary.
Girl, and the more you say that, I'm like, okay, people, it's coming soon. It's too hot for TV, but it's definitely what everyone needs to know about. Watch it with your family. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, but so my takeaway is this, of course, yeah, be kind. I mean, it is the summertime. We're outside. Be kind.
Cause
So
girl, yeah, I had to have one of my friends. They was like, "You need a woosah," cause these women, some of these women drivers out here, acting like
women.
entitled. I'm like, no, girl, I was at the four-way stop. But anyways,
Oh, a female driver. Ooh, female driver aggression. Normally when we think of like road rage and things like that, you do think of. I mean, I don't usually think of chicks or
I
getting real
had
petty
two.
on
I
the
had two
secret.
in one day, and I was like, girl, don't let me get out this car. And like, just like really.
Yeah. Okay. You know
I had
what?
to have somebody calm me down because like I was that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? You're funny. That's interesting because that energy must have been out there in the universe. Because I got someone who pulled up beside me and did a look like an aggressive look. But I was like, honey, I don't see that energy, girl. You can hate me, but you get no hate back, honey, because that is not even the energy that I'm about, lady. Don't let it ruin your day. Blessings, be blessed. So that that's how I felt. But kind of speaking of people being outrageous, I know we were mentioning. I kind of sent you the story about traveling. I'm sticking with the theme. We're outside. I heard that Blacks is in Europe this summer. I mean, between the Beyonce concert, Usher, I mean, they're in Paris, they're in Spain, they're in London, they're
The
in
melanated
Amsterdam.
people.
Oh, they out there. And this story though has nothing to do with us, okay? Because we know better than we have home training. Do you just love the concept of home training, Monica? That's old
Exactly.
school. It's old school.
My nephew gets home training. I don't play that.
Yeah. See, I think
And I
that's
and I be
mm-mm.
so like, yeah, especially when I was at the airport and these kids were acting up. I was just rolling my eyes. Or I'll be at the store and the kids be acting up, and I'm looking at the parents like, "Come get your kid before I snatch him up."
because that because you're from the home training generation, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know everyone says, "Oh, how I was raised was terrible. I need therapy." I don't know, because you know how to
No,
act in public.
I
You
need
know
your
how to
child to
behave.
say, "Excuse me." They
Mm,
don't take. They don't need to take up the whole aisle. That you think they
mm-mm, mm-mm,
and I'm supposed
mm-mm,
to walk around them?
mm-mm.
I'm an elder.
That girl. Oh, do you know that's the joy of being an auntie, honey? Back up. Know the proper respect pecking order. Okay, I respect you, little one, because you're little life and all that. But there's some rules to this game.
Nah,
But
these
no, home
kids are
training.
smarter today than they were smarter back in the day. Nah, they know damn well what they be doing.
Monica, has a little kid been provoking you?
I'm just saying. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
I love, well, kind of with that theory, you heard about the man that went to the Colosseum in Rome, Italy, and defaced it with Ivan plus Haley 23. He wrote that, he's etched that or keyed that into the side of the Colosseum in Rome, Italy, Roma. Like, I was horrified, and I think the rest of the world was, because it's been a buzzing story. Um, but I just want to know. I'm like, what are your thoughts? I personally want to tell people, have some home training when you are traveling abroad, especially as melanated people. We obviously don't need to tell you this, because if you're out there being dumb, you're not Brittany Griner. You might not get a chance to come home. You might be rotten
For
somewhere.
real.
Okay, and everybody knows. Look at Amanda Knox. Everybody knows Italy don't play that game. They will
Nah.
lock your behind up.
So he should be locked up, and then they should also not allow him in the country for like the next 5 years.
Oh, light work, girl. The Colosseum is like over 2,000 years old. Like, light work. Okay, I mean, it's a global treasure. I mean, of course, it's
And
the
he
pride of
should
Roma.
pay a restitution.
Yeah, they said he's facing. I was looking at the USA Today, and they said that he faces a fine up to $15,000 or 5 years in prison, and that he's trying to cut a plea deal currently, and that he wrote a letter to the mayor apologizing because he's
Mhm.
27, and his excuse was, "I didn't know how old or significant that the
You
thing
you know
that I
you know who
carved."
you know who knows how old that is? Google does. Google it. Do
Mhm.
no, and he should help them clean it up.
Exactly. And then they were caught on video.
Hard labor.
His girlfriend is watching. I think she should be penalized as well. Stupid is stupid
Exactly.
does, honey.
Right.
Your name is Haley. Okay, then you go half on this punishment
Y'all
too.
y'all was in cahoots. You watching him broad like really?
Yeah, I mean that's where you have to lean in and help your man. Like, baby, I don't think it's a good idea. This ain't a tree in a park, and even some trees in
Exactly.
parks you can't carve on. But like this a whole
Well,
building.
it's kind of like what happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like Jada should have put
Hmm.
her hand on Will's knee and been like, "Nah, bruh."
Yeah, they man, hey girl, why you even opening this Pandora's
But
box?
I'm just saying because
Because you're
it's
telling the truth.
equivalent.
Yes, because I was like, that's what they were talking about in the beauty shop. That was that beauty shop talk. That's exactly, there was
I know
a
I would say
woman.
that to my man. I'd be
Hmm.
like, "Nah,
Baby,
we
don't.
not
Yeah.
don't do that, please.
No, not.
Let's just go. Let's stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
It's just not you. It's two of us. And
it's our livelihood, it's our future, it's our
if you want
family.
it to
Yeah,
continue to be two of us, you need to stop.
girl, like you said, what Jada did give though, not to rehash it too much, was a look. Okay, and everyone can say she didn't make him go up there and do that. Yeah, you can say that, but sisters know she gave him that look though. She gave him
Hmm.
the go handle that look. Okay, so we can play pretend and say, well, she didn't say anything. She doesn't have to say. We
No,
communicate
he could have
non-verbally.
handled it behind the
Hmm.
scenes,
He sure could
but
have. Yeah. Plus
anyways.
he was friends with the Rocks anyway. So it just well, everyone's like he could snap. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about
Mm,
snapping.
no,
I don't.
I've snapped in my life before. Anybody can snap.
Mm.
Anybody can. I've snapped, and by God's grace, that person is still living.
You snapped, but you didn't assault anyone.
By God's grace, they're still living.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's why I stay close to the master girl, so that I don't even have those incidences because
No, when people
yeah.
say they black out,
Mm,
I had an
mm.
incident where I literally like blacked out
Ooh, okay,
because
Monica.
I had that much rage. Yes.
Okay, well, you've had. I will say I might have think of one situation where I can see you snapping or two. I get it. I've had a heated discussion or two in my day. So okay, well well moving right along as you are known to say, Monica. You were telling me about the next story that is super fascinating. And it is what Twitter is tweeting about. What is going on in the Twitterverse, Monica?
And this is another thing where he could have kept this. They could have had a discussion behind doors. You didn't have to
Mm.
put it on Twitter. This communication issues.
Hmm.
Uh, Kiki
Hmm.
Palmer's baby daddy, because she
Hmm.
is not married, so technically she is single, right?
Living like single. Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, so she attended an Usher concert, and we already know Kiki Palmer's been an actress, a singer. She's been doing this since she's been younger. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? She has a
Aquila and the Bee.
platform.
She sure does, girl.
Yes,
She sure
she
does.
is wealthy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she attended a Usher concert, and she was being serenaded by him. She had on like a
Mm.
bodysuit, and then it was like a bodysuit, kind of like thongish, and then she had sheer
Mm.
over it. She's in Las Vegas. People
Okay.
dress that way, and it's the summertime. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm with
um
you.
I guess he, after he saw the pictures, her baby daddy, I'm not even gonna say his name,
Mm.
um he wasn't with it, and he tweeted, "It's the outfit though, dot dot, you're a mom."
Oh, so somebody was in their feelings. They got their feelings hurt. See, that sounds like that's passive aggressive issues at home that we are taking to Twitterverse and we really should not, Like that sounds
Exactly.
awful.
So now you got people who are in their business, and it's really none of our business. And he got dragged, and of course, these other people, men, most of them are like,
Hmm.
"Nah, that's right. She should have consulted him before she went out and wore that."
Consulted.
But I'm like, "Honey, that's how he met her."
Yeah,
Like, and
consulting.
they said what I got from Twitter, they said he was posting pictures of her twerking before she had a baby. So now that she's a mom, she's supposed to just sit down?
Oh, she done got thick and right, since she had her baby. Like Kiki always had a great body. I remember her in the movie with J Lo and Connie, whatever, and Cardi B, where they were strippers or whatnot. What was that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but the movie's name it leaves me. I don't know. Hustlers. I think it might have
Yeah,
been. Yeah,
it was actually a good movie because it was loosely based off a
a
true
real
story.
story. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
love it. But Kiki's body was good then. But since she had that baby done gave her that baby blessing.
Right.
Your boobs is a little bigger, fuller. Your little hips look a little bit more the da 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 da. She didn't have to do no damn BL surgery. She just
Mm-mm.
had that blessing. So it sounds like he's in his feelings, and it sounds like they might be on the rocks. Because didn't you mention something about following or something?
I just also, they said that they unfollowed each other, and he also recently just scrubbed his IG of her.
Oh. Oh,
Um,
oh, they not together, honey. That's your ex hating on your glow up. Go ahead,
girl,
Kiki.
if that ain't some narcissistic manipulation, passive aggressive, like, girl, just take that as a flag to leave that alone and just co-parent from here on out.
I think she did. I mean, I have a feeling that if she was letting Usher Raymond serenade her at that Vegas show that everybody wants to have a ticket to, and I guess wherever he performs around the world, people want to be there. And she was getting her own little private little lap dance from him. Yeah, bye, boy. I don't care
She
about my
wasn't
baby
even
daddy.
she wasn't
Bye.
even getting a lap dance. He was serenading her. He wasn't. It's just like how Beyonce was singing all over Terrence Howard. Jay-Z didn't say anything, but you know what? Jay-Z was doing his own but
Ooh, yeah, girl. I was gonna say that wasn't during the Jay Z
yeah,
happy husband era. Don't we not talking?
but
But yeah, but
you know, Kev on stage, I love Kev on stage.
yeah, we
He is
do.
clowning. He already put his he redid it with him and his wife Melissa. It's funny, but you know, it's a satire because when you look at Kev, it's like, and then it makes Kiki's baby daddy look like you a fool. Like, really, you really took this to Twitter. You
Yeah,
have
that
no
well,
communication skills. You didn't want to consult her behind the scenes and like have a talk about it.
he's
And
hurt. He's hurt. Hurt people. Hurt people. That is the real hurt people. Hurt people. He doesn't have any way to really get to that woman. You
no, and
know.
obviously he had some
Mm-mm.
expectations of her that he did not address with her.
Yeah, he got into his feelings after she had that baby. And you know, that sometimes the roles are reversed because I often hear about women who want to be more committed to men after they've had a child, and that's not the agreement that the man had going into it. So I've definitely, we're used to seeing it on the other side. So it looks so unbecoming, but I guess it truly is a tale as old as time. I mean, if
Um,
you ain't official with that person, you don't got no ring and no covenant relationship, as you call it, Monica, then you might be feeling uncomfortable
and
if
also,
your
you know
girl is
what?
out there looking like a snack.
You can't possess people. You can experience them. If somebody don't want to be with you, let them go.
That's very enlightened. Mm-hmm. People might be working on that.
I'm
Wait,
just saying.
yeah, I love that. I hear that's what enlightened
You know,
people say.
no, I'm just no foul, like no harm, no foul. We we all good. We cordial in the streets. It's all love. But like just let it go, let it flow. Like
I possess you until I don't possess you, and then you're free. Then you're out there praying,
I don't.
praying for covering. Monica doesn't have to possess people. She's a
Mm-mm.
lioness. The Virgo in me says you're possessed
I
until I don't
I
want you.
mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I I experience them, and I might
No,
do a
Monica
little
let you play in.
magic, but mm-mm.
I ain't playing with these people like that. That's a full on possession. Oh, but okay. So kind of with that same vibe, we were talking about relationships, and you came to the podcast this week, Monica, with the hottest fire question, and it was about new relationships. I mean, it is summertime. I mean, I guess remember I told everyone back on our previous episodes, do not get booed up before the 4th of July, but the 4th has officially passed. I mean, I said, enjoy your spring. Don't let them take you off the market when it's just starting to get, showing your skin and wearing your sandal time. But nonetheless, if you are thinking about in a new relationship or just wanted to talk about it with your girls, the question is, or your people, the question is it necessary? Or what are your thoughts on discussing your past relationships with the new person in your life? Like, do you think you should do it? I mean, because that's kind of where you came from. Explain to us, Monica. What are your thoughts on this? So, what did you intend when you brought up this question?
So I've had people say that when they ask questions about my past or bring up the past, that I don't really talk about it too much. It's just
Mm.
like because it's in the past and some of it was not good, and I really don't want to retread that. I don't want to like bring it back to my remembrance. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I mean,
like
there's
that.
lessons learned from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand people are, they're trying to get to know me. But like for me, I'm sensitive, and for me to go back into those memories, man, it's a whole, my nervous system just, it's overwhelming.
Okay, no, and I feel you. I just like the way you said no. You said my whole nervous system. I mean, and that's fair, and that's fair because people who know you know that you are sensitive that way. I mean,
I'm an
you're
empath. Yeah.
yes, and so you're gonna feel it like you said in your own way. For me, what I was thinking about that question, I had to start laughing because I believe in maybe giving an hella edited version, like only the significant, important people, not everyone that has ever known my name out there that maybe I went on a date with, maybe I had a conversation with. That's not worth bringing up. I'm only bringing up people that maybe, you know, met
That's
my
true.
family or had a true meaningful impact, because some people don't deserve the credit that they don't deserve.
So you're not bringing up the N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, F people.
Yeah, no, no, mm-mm. Because do I even remember your name? I mean, do I know you? Do I know
Right.
you like that? No,
Right.
and I mean, if we were hanging out for years, like I said, there's only a few people who I would be like, well, they're ever worth really talking about to an ex. But I also don't like that energy per se of like rehashing. Like when I was younger Mila was like, oh, I want someone that I could just tell my best friend. I could just tell them every little nuance how he said this and I was shocked. I hugged him, he pulled away. No, that is not necessary. I don't even desire
Nah, because
that.
people remember stuff and then they hold it against you. And then they be thinking about, you tell them, and then their mind be going and over analyzing stuff, and they be like, "You really did." I'm like, "See, I don't even know why I told you."
Oh, I mean, yeah. See, and that was gonna be like kind of a follow-up question for you then, Monica. It's like, once you spill the beans, is it worth it? Like, do you notice changes in the energy in the relationship, or is there an added curiosity? Like, it sounds like you almost feel like they retaliate against you, or at a later time they use it against you. And you know what? I don't like that energy too. That's why I'm very cautious. If someone's trying to get to know me, you're not going to know me through my past relationships because
Exactly.
you don't know that person. You don't know that person. You just want me to tell you a story about, hey, I was with this guy and it
Hmm.
didn't work out and he was this and he was that. But that's not the full story. It doesn't matter because I'm not that same person. I wasn't that relationship with him because
Exactly.
you're someone different. You don't have the
Hmm.
same issues or triggers as that person. So why are we hashing it out? Are you my therapist? Am I paying you by the hour? Because then if I
No.
am, then we're not dating. Then that's
Mm-mm.
something different. But I don't really think that that's worth it now in my grown years. Like for you, you've been married, so maybe if you dated someone, you might say, I've been I've been married, and maybe you say, whatever your thoughts on your marriage was to that person who you were getting to know. But other than that, I don't even know if I would really, really, really rehash that because it's a closed book. If it was open, if it was right, we would be together, and you and I wouldn't be an option.
Okay, because it's not even fresh. Okay, it's like 10 years ago. That's
Yes,
that's what that's what's called, what, a decade. Yeah.
exactly. So I'm like, why you living in the last decade? Okay, I'm not. I mean, I
we
don't
can
know.
get to we can get to know each other through other things, other
Truly,
experiences.
yeah.
Like, you can get to know me, like, you found out I can go swimming, we can swim, and if something happens, at least you know I can try to save you.
Yes, see, that is worthwhile because that's the person you are now. Maybe you didn't know how to swim in your last relationship, and maybe that person hated it, but they didn't have the patience for you to learn how to swim. So
Hmm. or
too
or it
too
could be,
bad.
yeah, or it could be other things.
I mean, I
But
I mean, I like that question. I do just want to say this. Now, you might not want to give out all your business, but do you like to know about their exes? See now, I definitely got an
um
opinion on this.
it mm, like you said, I might want the edited version. I don't really need to know, especially if you already talking like cringeworthy about them. Like,
We had a little technical difficulty, but
That's okay. I just found out though when you sent me the link, I just hit it and I didn't put it into Chrome and it's working now.
well, hot diggity. I think we are going to have some exciting summertime guests the upcoming weeks, you guys. So that's something to look forward to. But anyway, going back to the question at hand, and that was
Do I
about your
care about
exes.
the
Yeah,
exes?
do you care about the exes, Monica? Do you care? I would think you as a lioness, truly, just knowing you. I'm gonna say you don't want to know about that. I don't think you believe that there's anyone before you, and I don't think you believe that there's anyone really after you. You could be occupying your time, but they're not going to be you. I feel
But
like that's the confidence you have.
see, I'm a I'm a detective, so you already know. I probably already know some information about them. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait to hear what you're gonna say without me actually having to ask you about them. But do I want to sit there and talk about your ex for like more than 15 minutes? No.
You only gave it 15. Well, okay. Well, once again, this is a Mila two-parter because younger Mila, very much the way you are a detective, Monica. I like to be a therapist. Like I like to listen and really get in on both sides. I like to, weigh the pros and cons with you. I like to, help you heal up from it. I used to be Betty Wright, the cleanup woman. So, I want to help you get over
Clean
it.
up
So,
woman.
so I would definitely want to know all. So she did this. Oh, but did you look at it like that from her perspective? But see, you were living wrong. Well, you knew when you guys got together, you were not really on the same page. See, I like to do that in my
Well, you know
past.
what I always tell people? I said there's always three sides. There's your side, her side, and God's side. So you can tell me what you want to tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. And now
I take it with like one of my exes told me way back in the day, take it with a grain of salt.
that was a shady person, and so I don't even know if I want to say that's why they're ex. The way you said that, you were like almost thinking you were quoting scripture there, girl. No, that was a shady brother. So we're gonna leave that there. Now what I will say is I just look for basic interest and for red flags and energy given and any indication that games were being played in that relationship. Like when you describe it, were you immature? Can you admit that like it wasn't a good thing because this, that,
Right.
that? That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Now I don't need to know all the salacious events.
Right.
I bought her a
Yeah.
Rolls Royce and she didn't even say thank you, but then she pretended that this was not my kid and it was. No, I don't need to know that
Now,
because
if I
yeah.
actually care more, I might delve in a little bit more.
Oh, I care about everybody. I mean, if like I said, if I possess you, I care. So I'm gonna want to know. But now, nah, just give me the cliff notes. I don't need the gory details.
Mm-mm.
Unless I'm curious. Now, if the story piques my interest, oh, well, we gonna detective this, honey. I want to turn over every stone. I want to analyze it. I want to know what you were thinking at this time. What shoes were you wearing? What did your outfit look like? What was her frame of mind? When was the last time you guys had an argument? When was the last time you
Okay,
guys?
Dateline girl. No. Because I can already pick up on energy. If they say one word and I can just tell the energy, feel the energy, what it was. So I just, you know what
Tell
I'm
me the
saying?
story. I said, tell me the story, honey, because the more you tell it, the lie is gonna be the lie. So I mean, or the
Well,
inconsistency will be the
the more
inconsistency.
they tell it, if the story ain't the same, like you said, of course it's gonna be a lie. But if it's the
Hmm.
same, that they talk about the same thing. But I mean, it takes two to be in a relationship. Ain't nobody perfect, so there's ish on
Hmm.
both sides.
Well, sometimes there are perfect people. They're typically born in late August and early September,
Oh,
but
child, girl, shut the front door,
but I mean,
y'all.
but other than that, I mean, yes, it's a world of people trying. We're trying to emulate Christ because you're right. There's not too many perfect people out there. Okay, so, um, okay, so Monica, before we leave our dating for July for this week, anything else to say about it? I mean, it is new relationship season. Are you telling people to just love and be open and take people for what they give you at face value?
No, we had an episode about face
You
value.
sure did, girl. I was just
Nah,
that was a test.
I ain't. You need to get to know people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You might meet them 2 years ago, and then like you was like nah, and then you start dating them. But you got to know people. you got to feel it in your heart. You consult with God or whoever
Uh,
and figure it out. I'm just for the other people.
okay. Oh, girl, you felt my energy there.
Exactly.
But yeah, but okay. Well, I like that. That's cute. That's cute, cute. See, evolving and growth in relationships. Okay, so I'm definitely here for it, Monica. Well, so as we move along, the month, the month of July is a glorious month. It's the end of Cancer season. So shout out to all of our beautiful, wonderful people born in early July. And then there is a
Oh
sacred
yeah, shout
special
out to my
holiday.
auntie. She had a birthday on July 6th.
Oh, hey. So yeah, definitely shout out to the
The-
auntie.
yeah, she loves blues, so that clean up woman. Yep.
Yep, and then Doctor Mommy Maid is coming up this week. I got a lot of loved ones and people I know that are July Cancer, so really
Mhm.
exciting. And then also, I cannot go this episode without saying this next part because I was supposed to mention it last week, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Of course, we're gonna make a big deal about this birthday because it's one half of the fabulous ladies of Auntie season. It's Monica's born day coming up on official Aunt and Uncle Day. So, I mean, what a
Oh, that
perfect
is official Aunt
celebration.
and Uncle Day. Oh,
Yes. Yes, it's Auntie Day. And it's also Monica's Day. So, that is coming up the first week of Leo season. So, roar to all the
yep.
lions in the house.
It's a manifester year. It is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you have been definitely having it your way. I mean, I get so excited about people's testimony. I'll be ready to I'll be ready to testify on their behalf. I don't know. Have you ever been around people like that, Monica, besides me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because I be just getting so excited for your business. I be like, I remember on this day at this time, she actually said the words. I'm gonna be out on a boat boat this summer. I said, now she just practically live on the boat out in the water. I was like, whatever. Uh,
Driving the boat like Meg Stallion. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you already having a really hottie girl summer. I said hottie, not hot, because
Mm-mm.
the
No,
status is a
girl,
little bit different. You're grown. You're
it's
grown.
a rich auntie summer.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's even better, girl. That's even better. And you definitely are there. Definitely doing that. So I like that. So that is what we're looking forward to in July. Last week we also mentioned that July is officially things that are exciting, like it is a national picnic month, and it's like get outside, get outdoors, family reunions, celebrate month. And so I really love that. Now, typically I go through a long list of good things that are happening in the month, but Auntie said, I'm going to skip that this month because it's get yourself outside and enjoy life, some fresh air, a walk,
Yeah.
whether it's early in the morning, late at night. But there are a few things that I do want to shout out, though.
And make sure you take a walk by the water, actually in nature, so you can get that into your cells.
Yes, and since it is family month, there's a lot of family holidays. So I do want to shout out the 23rd of July because that's Parents' Day. I want to shout out the 24th of July because that's Cousins Day. Hey,
Hey,
shout out to
cousin
Sins.
Sakina.
Hey, yeah, I said shout out to all the cousins. I got a bunch of girls in my family, so
Hmm.
love you, ladies. And
And hey to all my other cousins.
yes, thank. Yeah, no, he said you're not really leaving nobody out. And then the 26th, of course, is Monica, Uncle, and Aunt's Day as well. So that is a
It's your
great
birthday.
day. Truly. And so I just wanted to make sure I shouted that out. And the 30th, of course, is International Friendship Day. And then a holiday that I think should
Holidays.
should never be missed and always celebrated until those official lab grown chickens are in the market. It's National Chicken Wings Day on the 29th of July. So
Girl,
you
what
know
you
what I'm
talking about? They
saying.
in the market already. You better read the packaging.
No, no, not the ones that are actually not genetically modified. Remember last week the FDA passed where now you can create lab grown chicken. So it's cells and DNA and
That's what they
nothing
tell
real.
you, but I'm pretty sure it's already there. Just like when Costco, and I'm saying this, and because it was in the paper, and these other grocery stores was adding
Allegedly. Uh,
fillers. was
Allegedly.
no, girl, it was factual. They was adding fillers to their meat.
Well, what now? If it was just reported, was it ever like certifiably proven? So it's just allegedly.
Okay, whatever, but nah, it was, yeah, I don't, nope.
Cause see, you threw out a big name for the Northwest. I heard of like a big franchise that had the fillers. I didn't hear about just like the
Oh no,
other C word.
it was a whole list, but we could throw allegedly in there. I mean, I still shop at Costco. I just don't buy the meat.
Well, I shop at Costco and I just read the labeling and I buy the meat. So it just depends on what meat I want to
I mean,
get
some
from
labeling
Costco.
says genetically modified on
And that's a
their
label I
stuff.
would pass up. That's a
Right.
label I pass up. So I thank God right now sincerely that I can read. Word
Mm-hmm.
up. Word up that I hey, cuz that's nothing to play around. We talk about adult literacy and things of that nature. I can read. I can read, so I can make that
They
choice,
got
but
all
I
these
don't want it.
chemicals in the foods and you ingesting it and it's manipulating your cells and it's causing all these diseases. But I digress. That's a whole nother episode.
Girl, yeah, boo.
It's no, it's yay because people need to know about it.
Girl, okay. Boo. So like I said, July is a packed fun-filled month. Monica, what are people doing out and about in the town since you keep your butt out and about in the town?
Well, actually, today, on July 7th, there is a HBCU MLB Swingman Classic at T-Mobile. The tickets are $10. So if you hear this before 7 o'clock tonight,
That's
but
sad.
otherwise, you might hear it tomorrow. But there still is festivities going on all weekend at Pier
Mm.
62.
Mm.
MLB All Star Week is in Seattle. And so also there is um, July 11th, because with all this relationship stuff, we need to get our mental health together.
Mm-hmm.
There is a mental health check in with Crystal Clear of Rock, Paper, Scissors, July 11th
Yay!
via
Yay!
Zoom,
We
4
love that.
p.m. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. You
Okay.
can RSVP or register on the website at Rock, Paper, Scissors foundation.org. And this is a mental health check-in with Dr. Thelma Bryant.
Mm.
And then the last how do I segue into this? But once you get your mental health
Mm-hmm.
situated, then go ahead and shake your hips because there's a Seattle twerk shop on July
Oh.
13th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. and it's actually free. You can visit Art Noir, that's ARTENOIR on Instagram. There'll be something in this IG stories for more info about that.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say, girl, our IG stories on Auntie season, or you can also find us at Auntie Season Podcast. It has been a fire. I especially like that 4th of July one. I mean, if you guys haven't had a chance to see Monica and all of her 4th of July glory, you better go on and take a look, take a sneak peek. Some of y'all been wanting to do a drive by anyway and see what's really going on with the ladies. So you might as well. She gave us live. It was so many boats on the water, but it didn't seem crazy like when it's
No, it
Seafair
wasn't
weekend.
crazy. Mm-mm,
Yeah, it wasn't
not
like
at all.
Seafair insane. So I could appreciate that. So you know what, Monica? Always time with you goes by super duper, ooper duper duper fast. But before we go, you got to tell us about that business of the week.
Well, before I get into the business of the week, or actually, let me do the business and then I'm going to end with what's going on with the energy today. The business of the week is the Wow Gallery. Uh, with curated by Veronica Very and Hiawatha D. And this is a
Mm-hmm.
sacred space for featuring revolutionary healing art. And then it's called Dear Sister, I See You by, like I said, Veronica Very and Hiawatha D. This Wow Gallery is located in Pacific Place in Seattle, Washington.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
And
Pacific Place. Go there and look around and pray that some businesses come back down there. Okay, I like
and
I
there
like it.
there will be a link, but besides that they have different events, music. You can rent out the space for private parties. They have merchandise in there, jewelry from other countries. It's a nice,
Vibe. It's grown. It's
yeah, it's
beautiful.
grown, yes. And so when I went there for the white party soiree they had, Tiffany Wilson was singing. Hey, Tiff. And yeah, she just tore the house down like she usually does. And then they also had uh a saxophonist there too, and he was playing the hell out that saxophone. But it's just a nice vibe. So
Yeah,
with
very
all that,
artsy, grown and sexy, and Veronica is a delight. I'm sure if you live in Seattle, Tacoma, Washington, or worldwide, globally, you know of Veronica and her beautiful spirit. So I love that. Now, Monica.
and so with all that, like I said, it was a really nice vibe. So now today is July 7th, 2023. All the numbers are 777. So it's a synchronicity today. The number 7 in the Bible equals complete. But we're in an energy today, so you want to pray, meditate, or manifest and write down what you want for your next steps, because this energy is going to guide you through the next couple months.
All right, something to think about as we close down the show today. Is there anything that we're forgetting to tell the people?
Nope, just be kind.
I know. Stay safe.
Peace.
Monica, where can they find us again?
They can find us on Anchor, Spotify, and now iTunes.
Mm.
And please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. You can shoot us an email or a voice message if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
And with all that, love and gratitude.
Remember to call your aunties or your girlfriends and say hi. Bye.